Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another day of writing literary essays. You have been working this week on reading the book Those Shoes and writing an essay for it. Mrs. Traverson has done a great job modeling the book The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. She has taught you how to write an introduction paragraph and also a supporting paragraph with evidence from the text to support your claim. Today, we are going to take a look at the last paragraph, the conclusion paragraph. The conclusion paragraph has important parts just like the introduction and the supporting paragraph. Let's take a look at what you need to include in your conclusion paragraph. First, you need to make sure you restate the claim and the supports. You want to make sure also you make the reader think in your conclusion. Here below are three different transition words that you can use to start your conclusion paragraph. All right, let's get started. Here below, you see Mrs. Traverson's thoughts from her planning sheet about what she wants to include in her conclusion paragraph. It says here, Vashti is determined to make a better dot and becomes a better artist because of it, as she creates so many dots that she gets featured at the school art show. Huh. These are some great ideas that I'm going to include in my conclusion paragraph. So let's snap on back to our paragraph essay and start writing. Perfect. So now I'm back at my essay and I'm going to start writing my conclusion paragraph. And I'm going to use one of those transitions that I talked about for a conclusion paragraph. So as you can see, I want to make sure I restate my claim. Vashti is determined, is a determined girl because, and now I want to make sure I have my support. So I'm going to go back up and look to see if I can find my supports in here. And I'm actually going to highlight them. So here, my first reason Vashti is determined is because she isn't satisfied with her artwork and thinks she can do better. Huh. So she's not satisfied and she thinks she can do better. I'm going to make that green because that's my first support. Then I notice I have a second support here. She is determined because she draws a lot of dots. Oh. So I want to make sure I restate these and I make it yellow in my conclusion paragraph. So I can actually copy and paste my supports in here. Perfect. So as you can see, Vashti is a determined girl because she is not satisfied with her artwork and thinks she can do better. And she draws lots of dots. Now I want to make sure this isn't my only sentence for a conclusion because we know conclusion sentences don't have one sentence in it. So I want to add on to it. So here is my thinking. So since she was determined and never gave up, Vashti was featured in the art show at the end of the book. And now I usually like to ask my reader to make them think at the end. So I'm going to ask my reader a question. So have you ever worked so hard on something and not given up until you got it right? I think I want to be more like Vashti and find something to be determined. Oops, determined. Oh, sorry, spelling. All right, so now I have my conclusion paragraph. Oh, all right, boys and girls, so now I have all three different parts of a essay finished. I have an introduction, I have a paragraph supporting my introduction and my claim, and I have a conclusion. Am I done though? No, because it's really important that we are using our rubrics to make sure that we have all of the different parts of a literary essay. So each of you should have a rubric next to you as you are writing your literary essay, because as you're going, you can check to make sure that you have everything you need for a literary essay. So today what we're going to do to end this lesson is to make sure that we have everything included in our literary essay to get as many points as we possibly can. Remember, I know Mrs. Traverson talked about this in another video. We have used this rubric before in our reading responses, so this should be a familiar rubric for us. All right, let's dive in and see if our essay is the best it can be. So the first part is to restate the question. Well, Mrs. Traverson did that, and she did an awesome job restating the question about what kind of person is Vashti. Repeat your answer at the end. All right, so let's take a look at the essay that we just worked on. Did I repeat at the end? As you can see, Vashti is a determined girl because she is not satisfied with her work and thinks she can do better. And she draws lots of dots. Okay. I think I did a really good job restating the question at the end. Let's go back to my rubric. All right. Breaking your ideas into separate paragraphs. Oh, so I saw that Mrs. Traverson has two reasons here. This is an awesome paragraph, but I think what we can do, because there's so much great information and we have two reasons, we can break that into a second paragraph. I think that looks even better. Wow, what a great essay and a good teamwork by Mrs. Traverson and myself. Well, boys and girls, that's all I have for you today. Remember to work hard and work on those conclusions. Great job, boys and girls, and we'll see you next time.